You ever walk into a room and it's like your presence doesn't even register? You talk and people talk over you. You exist, but it's like you're in the background of your own life. Here's the truth most people don't want to admit. People are choosing not to respect you. But today, you're going to show them why that was a mistake. Because when you shift how you carry yourself, even just a little, people respond like they're seeing you for the first time. This isn't about being louder. This is about being undeniable, and you're about to learn 5 simple steps that change how people see you, and more importantly, how you see yourself. Stick with me, because the last one, that's the move that flips the power dynamic for good. Step 1. Stop being predictable. The human brain is wired to ignore what it expects. You smile the same, nod the same, use the same polite phrases like, it's fine, or don't worry about it. But when people can guess your next move, they stop paying attention. Think of someone who always surprises you a little. They pause before speaking. They show up differently depending on the situation. You can't quite pin them down. That mystery, that unpredictability, that's power. Try this. Next time you walk into a room, slow your walk. Say nothing for the first 10 seconds. Don't scan the crowd for permission. Let them adjust to you entering. Speak less. Break your rhythm. Stop announcing how you feel with your face. Let people guess. Because the moment you stop being easy to read, you become impossible to ignore. Step 2. Act like you have better things to do. People value what's scarce and dismiss what's always available. If you're always the first to reply, always quick to say yes, always explaining your every move, you teach people that your time isn't valuable, and the truth is they won't stop taking until you stop offering. Here's what to do. Start inserting micro boundaries. Don't respond instantly. Don't give explanations unless asked. Say, I'm not available right now, but I'll circle back. Just like that, you've set a new tone. It's not cold, it's high-value behavior. The shift isn't just in how they treat you, it's in how you feel about yourself. When you stop chasing, your energy starts attracting, because suddenly, people aren't reaching out just to grab your attention. They're reaching out hoping to earn it. Step 3, drop the apology syndrome. Let me guess. You say sorry before you even know what for. You shrink your tone, soften your ideas, add just to the start of every sentence. Just wondering, just checking, sorry to ask. It's a script you didn't choose, but you've been performing it for years. Here's the hypnosis you've been under. If I'm nice enough, people won't reject me. But guess what? The more you pre-shrink, the easier you are to dismiss. Respect doesn't grow in small talk. It grows in certainty. Next time you catch yourself apologizing for no reason, pause. Replace sorry I'm late with thanks for waiting. Replace just checking with what's the update. Say it like it matters, because it does. And if someone's uncomfortable with your directness, that's not your burden to carry. Confidence doesn't ask for permission. It assumes its place. Step 4, master the pause. You're probably filling every silence out of fear. Fear that the moment things go quiet, people will judge you. That maybe they'll see through you. That maybe they'll confirm the worst story you've been telling yourself. You don't belong. But the most powerful people in the room, they use silence as a tool, a spotlight, a flex. They speak, and then they stop speaking. And in that pause, people feel the weight of what was said. Think of a time someone made a statement so strong, you didn't even want to interrupt it. They didn't have to raise their voice. They didn't need 10 examples. They paused, and their point echoed. You want that? Start here. In your next conversation, say something that matters and don't explain it. Don't fill the air. Let it breathe. And in that stillness, something powerful happens. The silence speaks for you. It says, I meant that, and it dares them to question it. The less you rush, the more you're felt. The more you're felt, the less they forget you. And the less they forget, the more they respect. There's something no one tells you about respect. It doesn't start when others see your value. It starts when you stop negotiating it. You've been living like you owe people explanations. Like your yes needs context and your no needs permission. But you don't need a dramatic moment to reclaim your voice. You just need to stop leaking it in the tiny, daily ways. Saying yes when your gut says no. Explaining things to people who've already decided not to listen. Keeping connections alive that should have ended months ago. Every time you stay where you're not valued, you reinforce the idea that you belong there. And if you're honest, some part of you thought that shrinking yourself would make you safer, easier to accept, easier to keep. But now you're realizing the cost. Because what you gain from being silent never outweighs what you lose by being invisible. So start watching for the moments when you abandon yourself. That pause before speaking up. That smile you fake to keep things smooth. That text you send when what you really need is space. Those moments matter because they're training people, either to respect you or to assume you'll keep playing small. And every time you choose stillness over reactivity, boundaries over pleasing, presence over performance, you're not just earning respect, you're becoming it. There's power in not explaining, in letting people feel your shift instead of hearing about it, in choosing quiet certainty over loud convincing. From now on, let your silence mean more than your over-explaining ever did. Let your exit say more than your arguments. Let your presence speak without permission. Step 5. Be willing to walk away. This is where everything shifts, because none of it matters. The pause, the certainty, the boundaries. If you won't enforce the standard, you say you want to be respected, but you stay in places that erode your worth, in jobs that use you, in friendships that drain you, in dynamics where you're tolerated, not celebrated. People don't believe what you say. They believe what you're willing to lose. So here's the real test. What are you afraid to walk away from? Who gets access to you that hasn't earned it in a long time? And what would happen if you simply stepped back? When you're willing to walk, you become unpredictable, not in a reckless way, but in a self-respecting one. You stop playing defense, you stop explaining your worth. You say it once, with action. People don't value what's always there. They value what has the power to disappear. And when you show them that staying is a choice, not a default, that's when everything realigns. Because walking away doesn't make you the villain. It makes you the one with boundaries. This was never about learning a trick. It's about remembering a truth. You've always had the power to shift how people treat you. You just forgot you were allowed to use it. Let's lock this in. You stopped being predictable. You started acting like your time has value. You dropped the reflex to apologize. You learned to speak, then pause, and finally, you embraced the strength to walk. You've gone from being an option to becoming a presence, from being overlooked to being respected. Not because you got louder, but because you stopped asking permission to exist. This is how it begins, with one subtle shift, then another, until you're no longer hoping they notice you. Because now they can't ignore you. Rewatch this when you forget, not to repeat the steps, but to remember the feeling, the stillness, the certainty, the quiet power. Because when you walk into that next room, you won't need to announce anything. They'll feel you coming. And that's what respect sounds like. Let's be real, this wasn't just a checklist of tips. It was a shift in how you move through the world. You've probably never thought about it like this, but the respect you've been chasing, it was never about them. It was always about what you were willing to stop tolerating. You stopped being predictable. You acted like your time had weight. You quit apologizing for existing. You let silence carry your message, and you showed them you're willing to walk. That's not personality, that's power. So here's the question. Are you going to let this be another video you watch, or the one that changes how they experience you forever? If this stirred something, subscribe, because this channel is for people ready to rewrite how they're seen without getting louder or pretending to be someone they're not. Drop a comment. What part hit hardest? Check back, because this is just the start.